Hello students, welcome to my channel CGAT Maths. Myself Dr.Suresh Biradar, Department of Mathematics, Faculty of Engineering and Technology, Sharadbasva University, Gulbarga. In this video, we are going to discuss what is a vector line integral and an example based on vector line integral. Students, consider a curve C in a space. Okay, this is a curve in a space, whatever the form of a curve, which consists of infinitesimally small line elements of length dr. Then the line integral of a vector a of x comma y comma z along this curve is defined to be a sum of a scalar product or a dot product of vector A as well as vector dr. Sum of dot product of these two. Dot product of these two is scalar product of these two is A dot vector dr. Sum means we are going to take a summation, but here we are going to express in terms of a integral form. So integration of vector A dot dr represent a line integral over the curve C. So let us discuss an example based on this. If vector f is equal to xyi plus yzj plus zxk, you need to evaluate a line integral f dot dr over a curve C, where curve C is represented by x equal to t, y is equal to t square, z is equal to t cube, and the value of t lies between -1 and 1. Okay, let us calculate first f dot dr. Okay, so first what is vector r? Vector r is a position vector. Position vector of any point is xi cap plus yj cap or just yj plus zk, which implies that vector dr is equal to dxi plus dyj plus dzk. Okay, then you know f and dr value. Take dot product of f and dr. F is xyi plus yzj plus zx into k dot with dxi plus dyj plus dzk. So you know the dot product of two vectors already. So dot product of vector f and vector dr becomes xy into dx plus yz into dy plus zx into dz. So the dot product of two vectors is very simple. Just you need to multiply the coefficient of I in the first vector and the coefficient of I in the second vector. Then this I dot I becomes 1 and I dot j becomes 0. Similarly, I dot k becomes 0 and j dot j and k dot k becomes 1. So in this way you have got this result. So xy into dx means that is I dot I becomes 1 xy into dx. Similarly, yz into dy, zx into dz. So now let us integrate. Let us integrate f dot dr. Okay, fine. So you need to substitute. Okay, let us take the curve first. What are the curves? Here you have x equal to t, y equal to t square, z is equal to t cube. You differentiate x, y, z with respect to t, and what will happen? Just check it. Dx becomes dt, dy becomes differentiation of t square becomes 2t dt, and differentiation of t cube becomes 3t square into dt. Fine. Now what is f dot dr? Let us substitute. X is equal to t, y is equal to t square, z is equal to t cube along with dx, dy, dz in the f dot dr, and observe what will happen. Now it will become f vector f dot dr is equal to xy, x is equal to t, y is equal to t square, dx is equal to dt, plus y is equal to t square, z is equal to t cube, dy is equal to 2t into dt, plus z is equal to t cube, x is equal to t, and dz is equal to 3t square into dt. Fine. Now it will become t into t square. It will become t cube dt, plus this will become 2t raised to 6 dt, plus this is becomes 3 times of t raised to 6 into dt. Finally it will become t cube into dt plus 2 times of t raised to 6 into dt plus 3 times of t raised to 6 into dt becomes 5 times of t raised to 6 into dt. Fine. T cube dt plus 5 t raised to 6 into dt. Now let us find out line integral. Therefore, line integral over a curve C, that is vector f dot vector dr is equal to, you know that, just you go back and observe. Okay, first you can write it, then only you can able to understand. F dot dr is equal to, what is f dot of dr value? T cube dt plus 5 times of t raised to 6 into dt, and t runs from -1 to 1. This you need to know. Okay, fine. So this is also equal to, you can write once again, t runs from -1 to 1, t cube plus 5 t raised to 6 into dt. Okay, now integrate it. Integration of t cube becomes t raised to 4 by 4, 5 into integration of t raised to 6 is t raised to 7 by 7 between the limits -1 to 1. Okay, fine. Now let us substitute upper limit minus lower limit. Upper limit is 1, t is equal to 1. This will become 1 by 4 plus 5 times 5 by 7. By substitution of t equal to 1, 1 raised to 7 is just 1. Here also 1 raised to 4 is just 4, just 1. Minus, lower limit is minus. So -1 whole raised to 4 is again positive, 1 by 4 plus 5 by 7 into -1 whole raised to 7 is, 7 is odd number, -1 whole raised to odd is again -1. Fine. So now it will become 1 by 4 plus 5 by 7 minus 1 by 4. This is minus minus plus 5 by 7. So 1 by 4 plus 1 by 4 minus 1 by 4 get cancelled. 5 by 7 plus 5 by 7 is 2 times of 5 by 7 or 10 by 7. So this is the value of f dot of dr over the curve. Thank you so much for watching. We'll meet in the next video.